Hello Scorpio, I'm Ulrich, I'm Lenormand card reader, and today we will do your classic Lenormand card reading. We have no preset goals, we just follow the cards, but mostly if we follow the cards, a topic that is important for you is very soon to come out for this month. Scorpio friends, here we go for your classic Lenormand card reading for the month of June. Hello my Scorpio friends, and welcome to your classic Lenormand card reading for the month of June. As your first card here, we see the anchor. The anchor is the card of stability. It often tells us this is a positive card, a slower card that we are seeing here. Mostly it points also that we are about to get some success in our life. However, on the topic of business or work here, this card tells us here, or moving or things like that, it might be a time to consider this wisely, if it's the wise thing to do for already moving right now. But it's possible maybe that you recently found something and that you bought a house. This is of course a totally different context that we need to put it in, because we have the documents here and the house. So it's possible that you considering buying a house, or maybe the documents are preparing, because this is a short reading. This is a reading only for 1 month. But anyway, if we see on the moving front, mostly this card tells us to stay stable, to stay as we are here, and consider if everything is solid for making this move. Just check out if everything is solid. If this is the case, maybe this is for the month to come, then the actual moving. Anyway, if you are in certain forms of relationship, this is not a good card for changing relationship. This is a card that tells us to stay as we are, especially here we have the person card next to it. So if you are in a relationship with somebody, especially you have the clovers here, which is the positive card of the deck, the best card of the deck. So it's best to be wise in this relationship and overthink things a little bit here. Anyway, then we go in the central card. The central card is the letter. The letter is an important document that could be coming to us. This could be a document related to a house, as I said, a document related to work documents. Sometimes also this is a document related to a degree. Anyway, it's important, especially if we have the bear next to it. The bear expands everything. So this could mean that important work documents are coming to you, or the work documents are somehow connected, maybe to your schooling, maybe to what you have done, maybe to universities. Maybe you need to forward these documents. This is what we are seeing here with the central card as the letter here. If you did not send out applications here we are urged to send out a lot of applications. And if you send out a lot of applications, especially with the bear, you will get a positive results, because the bear is also a financial card. So it means it can change your finances. And the letter in itself also is a document of value. And there we have the card of the work, which is the fox here. So this is a positive thing. If we are looking for a job here, we should apply more and more, and there will be coming a positive result in. Then we're gonna mirror the cards. We're going to mirror the anchor and the clovers. This points that there is security upon us. If you are in the middle here as a person, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but it means there's a protection upon your person here. There's a slow, secure growth for you that can appear here with these two cards. Also, this is good fortune financially. These things can unfold in a very positive way. This is what we are seeing here. Also, you will probably be happy if more security comes in your life here. We all like that. We know that Scorpio, they like to have a stable life. They like to have security, stability in their life here. Scorpio is the sign of security. For instance, for giving an example, they like to be secure in life. So insurance is very close connected to the sign of Scorpio. Anyway, we see here it's possible here to secure ourselves. There could be a lucrative here job coming to you here. This is a long-lasting luck here that we are seeing here. You should also hold on to this luck that is overcoming you right now, because it's positive that we are seeing here. Take your safety also seriously. This is what we are seeing here. And there are opportunities, as I said, for get a stronger foothold, for getting more stability in your life, for getting financially more secure. Then we're gonna go in the bottom cards. We're gonna mirror the mice and the house. Here with these cards is we need to be careful here that we secure ourselves well, especially our home, because sometimes this can mean that we get unwanted guests in our house. There are many interpretations of that, but the mouse can also, for instance, mean on a low level. This means, for instance, that we could get vermin in our house, like mice is a possibility, or whatever applies in the area that you live. We need to be careful here with this combination of cards. In another way, in a more extreme way, this could mean that we get unwanted guests in our home. So we need to see that our home is secure. You have the home of security here. See that everything, because this is the chain. The first card here is the chain. See that everything is under lock and chain. It's important to do so, because we need to be careful here for unwanted guests here. People might be willing to take something from you, especially with the fox. We need to be careful, like between dusk and dawn, because this is the card between dusk and dawn. So see that your things are secure here. Be aware that you could be confronted with that, because but if we are attentive with the mouse, if we pay attention to details, we could turn this, or we could prevent this, especially with the anchor there. Anyway, you are aware of this now, so be a little bit on the top of your tones about this. Anyway, we see here also sometimes this points there could be some issues in the family. Here with these two cards, maybe there's some family related issues. It's possible somebody in the family is feeling unwell, or they are not well, and this has a certain effect on us. This puts a strain on our body. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also this means that we are considering for doing the annual cleanup. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe our house, maybe we have a busy existence, and maybe we look around us and we say to ourselves, I need to really make cleanup here. I need to do the annual cleanup. This is what we see here also sometimes with this combination. We need to get things in order a little bit here for getting a positive feng shui in our house again. This could be an important thing to do so also. Then we're gonna go in the actual horizontal cards. We have the anchor and the woman here. If this is you as a person, this points that this is a person who wants stability, who want to become more stable. It's also somebody we can trust. Mostly Scorpio, they are also people who you can depend on. If they set themselves for a certain goal, they are very focused on that goal. They don't deviate from the goal here. So we see here that this person is very stable. This is what we are seeing here also. We could also, the other side is that we could be very stubborn for getting where we want. Mostly if Scorpio, if they make up their mind, they are hard to change their mind here. This is what we are seeing here. So if they focus on something, mostly they stick to it. Anyway, we see here also that it's possible that we do so entertainment. Maybe we take some time off here. Sometimes this points that we literally go to a beach for relaxation or near the water. This is what we are seeing here, what the card is telling us here with this combination. We are literally solid as a rock. We want to become more secure. If you are a woman, a certain man could focus on you. This is what we are seeing here. Or if you are a woman and you are interested in a man, you can focus on a certain man. This is also a certain focus here, what we are seeing here with this combination. If you are in a relationship here, it means that you as a person, you are very focused on this relationship. You really cling on to this partner, what we are seeing here. Sometimes we need to be a little bit careful not to become too clingy, so we don't choke the other person, because this means that the two partners could be very close together here with this combination of cards. Anyway, this points that the people stay together here. This woman is also she likes to have traditional familiar roles. Also, the partner will like that you are traditional. This is what the cards tell us here. Then we have the woman and the clovers here. This points to honesty, trustworthiness that we are seeing here. We see here also this, if you have a relationship, this is normally this is a very positive thing for a relationship. Meaning, well, this means that normally this points that the relationship is genuine, but maybe due to certain reasons, this relationship is under stress because we have the mice there. And it's possible because due to this stress, one of both has a little bit of half-heartedness. Like, it doesn't mean we're gonna split up, but the fox often point that the heart is half into the matter. This could mean due to personal problems, due to family problems, that there is a certain strain on the relationship. This is what, or a certain stress of the relationship here with this combination of cards. But mostly we are very fortunate here to have each other. We are lucky to have our partner. We are lucky ourselves here with this combination of cards. Sometimes also this even points to humor. It could be that our partner is a very humoristic type. They make us laugh, or we make the partner laugh. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Then we're going to go in the second horizontal line. We have the fox, the letter, and the bear. The fox and the letter, it tells us here that there could be some news coming to us. If this is on the work front, this is very positive. As I said, if you send a lot of application, you will have a possibility here for a work. Anyway, we see here on the other front, on the relationship front here, that we need to be careful. The fox tells us to observe the situation, not to make conclusions, because we have the anchor there also. We need to be stable, but we need to look around us. We need to look around us here, and it's time to observe. If we communicate, we can have self-improvement here. This is what we are seeing here. If you are confronted in your job, let's assume you have a job. We're going to see it now from a different way. And you're confronted daily with documents who pass your desk or your office. Just double check if all the documents are honest, because sometimes this combination points that we could be confronted with faked up documents, with copies. So be aware of that. This is possible with this combination of cards. But anyway, you see in this combination here, we see that it's possible that we get a job offer. This is high likely. And if you waited for a certain license, this points that the license comes through, and you will be very happy with this license. It's important for you that you have this license. If it's not a license, it can be a degree. Maybe you studied, maybe it's the finishing of your study. You studied up, maybe you finished school. This means the degree is on its way to you. But for documents, we need to be careful with this combination. You will communicate a lot here for improving yourself. You could also have a job coming with documents, with paperwork, with valuable documents, with official documents. This is what we are seeing here. Documents who make other people more stable, because these are the foundations. So it's possible here all with this combination of cards. Anyway, if we communicate or if we receive communication, we need to always be cautious with the fox. The fox is a little bit like Scorpio. Scorpio always, they watch out and see what is coming. And this is a good thing here with this card, that we are quiet, we observe, we are a little bit like a police officer. We double check everything if everything is okay. Scorpio, they tend to be double check everything. And this is a good thing here to do here with this combination of cards. Anyway, be aware with certain conversation, see what you say here. It's important also to do so. It's possible that you have a feeling that something is not to be trusted, and this feeling could be correct. Sometimes Scorpio, they have feelings like pre-feelings, and they cannot exactly place it. And if you have a feeling that something is off, probably it's correct here, what you are seeing here, because there could be some cunning things here coming to us. So we need to be careful here that people don't get their way with us or things like that here with this combination. Or somebody could bring us in manipulative form of communication. So we are twisted and turned, and we are not really realizing where it's going. So be careful with this combination of cards. Then we have the letter and the bear. Important uses coming to us. As I said, the bear expands here. This is that we receive news from a responsible. The bear often is a manager. So it's possible that if you have applied for something, that you receive news from your manager. This is what we are seeing here, or the person who will be in charge of you. In another way, if you have applied for a job as a manager, this is then the application as a manager. Then you will receive a message from the higher boss here, because this is the boss, this is our work, this is what we are seeing here. So it always goes two ways here with this combination. If you have applied for a job in the financial world, this is also good for financial jobs here, banks. There's communication also with this person, a lot about your work, what is to do. You could be confronted with cash, with business shares here. This is what all these cards tell us here with this combination. Anyway, we will also do our best here to try to communicate in a very positive way, so people understand us very well. This is what we are seeing here. We need to do our best here to communicate as good as we can. For some people also, if they are applying, it points sometimes that we pray or we call help from certain deities or from our spirituality. This is also what the cards tell us here. We hope on a certain positive reaction here. We have hope, we express our faith due to praying, due to spirituality. Maybe for some people, this is meditation. Then we gonna go in the third vertical line. We have the mice, the coffin, the coffin, and the house there. What does this card tell us? Well, here we see that there could be some news or something coming to us that is disappointing a little bit. Not necessarily on the work front, but maybe related to relatives. So we could be intertwined something with relatives here. If you have an independent project in your mind as a sideline, it could be that this project don't work out as you want it to be. Maybe it's not yet the time here with this combination of cards. It could also mean that if we need to make a certain decision about the place where we are coming from, our roots, that we are unwilling to take certain decisions. Maybe a certain decision need to be made related to our parents' home, related to close relatives. And it's like we don't want to decide. We don't want to decide. And if you take this decision, I can only add, but you will probably delay it. But with the mice, we need to pay attention to the details. So you will more easily solve the problem if you pay attention to the details. This could be a key for getting the problem more solved here. But we could drag here the situation. We probably broadcast certain situations related to that. So we should avoid that and get things on the move here. We cannot broadcast certain things forever. Also, this whole situation with certain family members, maybe the place where you come from, as I said, we need to be careful if we keep this on dragging, that they don't have an effect on our health. So maybe it's best to close this down so you can move on here, because if we keep on dragging certain situations, maybe it has a negative influence on our health. So be aware also of this. If you work hard, this is then an other angle. It tells us also time to time we need to take a break. Scorpio can be very focused, and sometimes they think their body is a machine, but here we see sometimes we need to rest. They have a very strong body. They can be very focused, and sometimes here we can be so focused that we start to overdo things in our body. So be aware of that. Take enough rest, take healthy foods. This is what we are seeing here. But something will come here, but don't try to delay it here. Just go along with it here. If this is an unhealthy or a draining situation on you, let it go and build in a strategy here for getting rid of this. For some people, for a small group, they could be confronted with a loss from a family member. This is what we are seeing here. I don't say it's necessarily for everybody so, but there's a possibility here with that. But of course, it will not apply on everybody. But this is also what this combination tells us, but this will only apply for a very small group here. Anyway, also, if you solve the problems or if you intend to solve the problems there, what I just mentioned, also pay attention to the details. Don't put things under the carpet. Don't sweep things under the carpet because they will catch up with you. We need to literally make everything into details clean, because if you don't, it will come back to you. So if you need to clean something up, if you need to end something, see that you go into details and everything is gone, because else it tends to come back to you. You understand? If you leave one mice in your house, this mice, if this is a female mice, she has babies. So 1 becomes 5, 5 becomes 20. So here, pay attention to the details. It's important to do so. Then we have the coffin and the house ourselves here. It's possible for certain reasons that we take distance from the place where we come from, or we are less at home. This is what we are seeing here. For some reason, maybe you are more on the road. It also tells us if we had a difficult phase, this difficult phase is about to end and we are about to enter in the next period of our life. So there's an improvement here after a difficult situation. As I said here, take enough rest here. It's important here. And then you will be able to literally find your strength again to rebuild yourself with this combination of cards. If you would consider or if you are considering buying a home or a house for yourself, sometimes this points that it can point to an old home that we are considering, and that we have plans to build this up from the ground. So maybe the house is very old and we are planning literally to tear it down brick by brick and rebuilding, because this is a combination of recycling. So it's possible that this is an old house and you are planning to totally do a total makeover with an old house here. This is what we are seeing here. And of course, then it would not yet be the time for moving here, because we still have a lot of work here. The house could literally be empty. Maybe it's empty for a long time. Maybe it's an old house already for a long time empty. And of course, then the vermin comes in easy. So you get the combination here of the cards. Anyway, see also if you leave certain things for rebuilding that house, if you rebuild the house there, that the materials that you leave there are not too valuable. See that everything is locked, because you could also, sometimes we get even unwanted guests if we do the rebuilding of a home, especially if you work with precious metals, like the copper is very expensive, or you, for instance, if you do some marble that is supplied in your house for making certain changes. Be careful with that you don't get unwelcome guests here. See if even it's an old house and you rebuild it and you have a stock place here, that you hide the stock place, that people cannot see what is in your house, because we never know who is observing us here, what is delivered in our house, because we have the fox here. So you could be observed here what exactly that you are doing here, and then sometimes we get unwanted guests. So this is then another angle here for your seeing, but this points to an antique house that we are making a total makeover, and mostly with this combination we get a very good results. The bear is here, so I'm assuming here the house has a big importance for you, or the house is bigger. This could be a house of importance many years ago. Maybe this is a city hall home. The house had some kind of could have been important in the past for some reason. So maybe you will find out why this house has been important in the past. Anyway, we see here also that we if we are planning something here, sometimes also we let go here from certain routes for certain reasons. This is also what we see here with this combination. This points also that we have a need for having a stable, safe home. We already saw this in the beginning here with this combinations. During a certain period, but this will be the end, it's possible also that you experience some things that shock you, that you think, why is this happening to me? This could be in a positive way, but also in a ways that make you think. So you could experience certain things that make you think with this combination of cards. If certain people are too nosy, also we need to be careful here with that. It's not necessarily always the breaking and entry, but sometimes also it's that people are too noisy. They invade our privacy. So you need to set boundaries here. If people are approaching you and they are too entrepreneurish for coming in your private life, also here sometimes it means that we need to set certain boundaries with this combination of cards here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this combination tells us that a cat, we could solve the problem here of our vermin here. This is what we are seeing here also. Anyway, we will literally rebuild the house. Then we're gonna go in the vertical lines. Here we have the anchor, the fox and the mice. The anchor and the fox here, we will adapt to a certain situation for becoming more stable. Be careful also that everybody around you is honest. This is what we are seeing here. Be careful with certain things in your home. As I said here, it's always coming back here, but on the work front, this is very good here. There are certain routines who will be coming to you or are upon of you. It's possible if you are coming into a new job, you very quick get the hang of the routine. And if you are in a job, you have a routinous job. This is what we are seeing here. Hold on to your employment if you have, and if you looking for one, you will find one. Sometimes also it points that we sometimes need to be careful with certain colleagues. Be careful what you say, but sometimes it points to tricky colleagues. We need to be careful of colleagues that are not totally honest or open-minded. So be careful here with this combination. Sometimes also the colleague lacks reliability, somebody we cannot totally trust on. This is possible also. It's possible that we need to bypass this colleague for certain reason if he is involved in our work. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that this person makes you doubt for some reason. So, and it could have an effect here on your person here with this combination. Anyway, we need to see here, maybe this person that is working with you don't really like the job and they are letting things hang and you get more responsibilities. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Here we see also that if we have a colleague here, it could, because of this colleague, we could ourselves get certain restrictions or restraints. So be careful also for that you don't get intertwined in certain things and that you don't get limitations yourself because others are not doing what they are supposed to do. This is also what we are seeing here. Look around you always with the fox here. Takes safety precautions here. Be cautious. This is what the card says here. With this combination of card, then we have the fox and the mice here. As I said here, on the colleagues, we need to be careful that we don't get bitten in the back. This could be a person that if they don't do their job, they try to get back on us. This is what we are seeing here. They planning a trick on you here. Be careful of that here. The person could be a little bit stingy here. In another way, it's possible if you work hard that you have the feeling that you are not paid enough for what you are doing. This is what we are seeing sometimes also with this combination, and it could put a stress on you. There could be work stress here, anxiety here, what we see here, or the environment where we work is very stressful. And it's like we're eaten away here with this combination of cards. Be careful here that persons towards you don't have a harmful agenda. Be Scorpio, be observative. Mostly a lot of Scorpions have this by nature. Then we have the woman or the person card, the letter and the coffin here. Here, if we are not in a relationship, if this is on the relationship front, this means that we get news from a certain woman. This news is not necessarily negative, but it could bring a transformation. So this is like we receive news from a woman or a man, and this news has a transformative effect on us. Of course, it could be that if this person is our manager to be, then of course the news is transforming. You get the point here, because it will change your status in life. But this will probably be a woman here that send you certain messages here. She will also share her ideas here with you. This is a person normally who goes deep into the matters. They make clear what they think or that what they expect here from you. This is possible also with this combination. You will get a lot of news, because mostly a person who communicates with us has a lot of activity. This is what we are seeing here. So there's a lot of communication here. This person is literally like a journalist. She constantly sends updates and things like that here. But sometimes this could also be a little bit too much communication. This is what we are seeing here. But there will be importance in the documents here. In another way, if the stress of our current job is too much, it's possible that we are making a plan for resettling ourselves, for changing job, especially if you have too much stress for certain reason. If you don't like the job anymore, this month is not a good month to change, but it's a good month for making applications and receiving positive answers. But probably the month to come, you will have positive results. But here we see that it's possible that the stress of the job is too much, and we are considering here for changes here. In another way, if the business has a hard time, maybe the business is about to stop. And then, of course, we are forced out. Maybe the business closed down. Of course, it will not apply on everybody, but this is possible also with this combination. There is a kind of ending here that is possible. You can interpret it here in your way here. This is what we are seeing here, and this could be literally that we choose to go out, or we are forced to go out. This is what we are seeing here. If you have certain colleagues and you don't see these persons anymore in the future, it's also important here that you say everything that is on your mind, because maybe for some reason there is no more contact with these people. With this combination, it's important if we say a certain farewell or a certain goodbye to colleagues, to whatever, that we say the words and we say what is on our mind, because else it could eat on you. So say what you think here if this is the case for you, because else it could be lingering on in your mind. Then we have the third vertical line. We have the clovers, the bear, and the house. The clovers and the bear here, this is a very positive combination here. The last line, this is a very good line. This is as good as it gets. Here we see that there is improvement in our social status. So if you are in a transformative situation, it's like this. It's like what I said over the house. Sometimes we need to break something down for the next phase. Scorpio, sometimes they are like that. They have transformative phases in their lives, and they can go sometimes in extremes, and their life transforms. So it's like we are in a difficult situation, and suddenly our life is transforming in a very positive thing. And this is exactly what we are seeing here. So you come here in a very positive situation. After this period, if you were underpaid before and you needed to work for hard, you could come exactly in the opposite situation. Less work and earning more. And probably this is then what we saw earlier, that you change job here. These are all possibilities. The cards are not final. You are the one, we have free will. Of course, if we take choices, these choices, and we choose for these choices after we have the results of these choices also. But in this case, here the cards tells you that the choices will bring you a windfall, even bonuses, an advantage in money. For instance, also this is a card combination. For instance, we buy a lottery ticket and we win some money. So this is also possible. I'm not saying you're going to get millionaire here, but there could be some windfalls that we are seeing here, some small luck with money. This is what we are seeing here. And if your boss before was giving you a hard time, or you could not communicate for well, or you misunderstand each other, or things were not working in a very harmonious way with you, here we see we come in a very good situation. Our boss is really the opposite of the other person. These are blessings with a very good responsible, with a very good boss, but mostly this points to a manager. But mostly here, the house is here also. So it means that there is a positive sphere in the whole business where you are about to come. This is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of opportunities coming here. The bear, this is the lucky card of the deck. And then we have the bear. So the luck is expanded in the place where we work and also in our personal situation. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. But eat healthy, see you take your body healthy, because the last line is very positive. But anyway, if you have a lot of stress, we need to keep healthy here. But the last line is very positive here. Here also, this combination is, if we come in our next here, if you experienced dishonesty in the past with your colleagues or even a responsible, here you come in the combination that your boss will protect you. So if something happens, he will protect you, because the bear is the protector. So he will stand for his staff. So it's actually a change of situation. As I said here, there could be shocks, and after the shocks, everything turns upside down in a positive thing. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the bear and the house. Here we see that this is the department where we work. We could be a manager. We could be offered a management position. Even if we were not looking for a management position, sometimes this is that we are offered a management. Let's assume you applied for something, and as you are there, you're very fast to move in the next level. Or you apply for a certain job, and maybe you have a very good contact with the person that does the interview, and they say to you, are you not interested in a management job? So here, this is what we are seeing here also. Maybe you have a lot of abilities, or you fit exactly in your profile fits exactly what the company is looking for. And this is why the documents are so important here. This is what we are seeing here. If you are a manager, because you have had all these problems in the past, you will be very protective towards your staff, because you experienced a lot of things and you will protect them if you will come in charge here. This is what we are seeing here. And you need to complement with this idea. You need to work with this idea. Sometimes for Scorpio, it's difficult for making changes, but here we need to go along with it. It will be a positive thing here. You will get more roots, because these are solid cards, very solid cards. So we need to apply this. This is very prosperous here, what we are seeing here. It also means that our personal finances expand. Of course, if you come in a better position, you don't need to be a genius here for getting the next step. Anyway, also in our home then, If we upgrade our home here in the future, also we will want to make a stable home, a security home. Probably also we will protect our home. For some people, this means that they initiate some alarm systems. For some people, it means that they have a life protector. This could be a big dog running in your area or in your house. This is what we are seeing here. Also, you will be more protective also for your family, especially. Let's say you had a very unstable situation in the past, maybe coming out of your childhood or maybe coming out of a period in your life. Here we see that stability becomes very important for us here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If certain things need to be worked out with family members and you have brothers or sisters and some things need to be solved with relatives, sometimes this points that we have different ideas than our brothers or sisters. And you are not alone, of course, in that problem. Often with family members, there is a clash of wills. They have opposite opinions. So this is what we are seeing here. If you need to work something out in that area here, we see that also there could be a clash of wills. It's possible if they want to implement something on you, that you are very strict, that you say, no, we're not going that way. You are very, because these are very strict rules, and it will be positive. So for a reason, maybe that a personal reason, you will hold very strict to certain rules. It's like you don't cut corners here. You follow the protocol here, related to family. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, I didn't say that yet. It's possible that this house that you are considering is a home that was in the family already, and you're considering of buying this and transforming this. This is what we see here also with this combination. This could be a house, a grandparental house that is empty for a long time, and you decide to give this a total makeover. With this combination here, we need to be careful also. I told you already here, you have the card of observation. Be careful if you do certain things that people don't observe you, especially if you work with people that are not officially doing the work. For instance, they work off the books for you, because some things could be recorded here. So be aware that also that you don't get fined, or the people that work for you don't get fined. This is what we are seeing here, because this combination can mean recording. This is recording. This is what we are seeing here. So be careful here that you are not double checked, or some neighbor rat out on you because people work off the books. So it's wise here that if you do so, if these people work out of the books here, they don't come with their car, they leave their car in another area. So it's not so easy. Be careful here, because this is recording. So be careful if you let people work for you off the books. Anyway, as I said here, this is positive. Also, if you buy a lottery ticket here, you could win a small amount of literally paper money. This is raffle tickets that we are seeing here with this combination. You will, if you go into this house and you started this project, sometimes also you will think in the future, oh my God, I wish I didn't take this upon me, because this comes with a lot of responsibilities. This is what we are seeing here. But you will, it's positive, but it will come also, of course, with responsibilities. Then we, what we see more here. Nice here. I just see if I can add something here. As I said here, watch out for the documents on your work. They are reliable. See that all the documents that passing in your office are reliable. If you buy a house, see that, pay attention to the details. If you record something, we need to pay attention to the details. See that the deed is exactly as you want it. If you don't know nothing about deeds, see that you have a reliable person. Here, sometimes this combination also, it points to a lawyer or a notary. So if you don't know and you cannot trust the situation, or this is a house you buy from family members and the situation is difficult, see that you have somebody with you who knows the law. It's important to do so, so you don't have problems afterwards. Because the situation could be here, sometimes this is misinformation that we are seeing here with this combination, and if it could nag a little bit on you here with this combination of cards. Then we're gonna see in the other cross the anchor, the letter, and the house, the anchor and the letter here. So this good news is coming to you, as I said here. A lot of possibilities coming here. We get government's documents here. If you wait on documents from the government, these documents will come to you and they will be proven to be true. If you double check everything, there's a lot of focus on communication here. If you are expecting money from relatives or parents or something, this points also sometimes on that we for some reason receive money of parents or our roots or the place where we come from. If there is communication and there is communication with relatives, this means that the situation is not changed. It means also there is nothing new to tell. So this is like a neutral thing here that we are seeing here with this. There's also a kind of restriction that we are seeing here. Then we have the letter and the house. The letter and the house here, this is important news from our work department or from our positive news, as I said here, home-related documents. If you are in the process of taking a mortgage, taking insurance, this is that the process is starting. So you start here, documents, changing passports, forwarding your passports for a house. This is what we are seeing here. Also sometimes our birth certificate, this is a certificate and this is the place where we come from. Real estate work, paperwork with real estate agents. Also watch out with real estate with brokers. See if you transfer certain monies, be careful. Also with this combination, see that this real estate agency is correct. If you are looking for something also, sometimes this combination also, it tells us, for instance, if you're looking for a house and you're looking in maybe you never look in a local newspaper or in publicity and you open and it's just there, the house. This is possible also. It's like, it's called synchronicity. It's not luck, it's destined to be. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. So this is all for Scorpio. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this reading. If you want, if you are of interest in financial card readings, we do also philosophical financial card readings. These are short card readings that we are doing. They're about 10-15 minutes for the month to come. And then we also have the spiritual card readings. And if you put the three together, you have a very good overview for the month to come. So Scorpio, I hope you like this card reading. If you did, please consider subscribing. And my Scorpio friends, thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye for now.